Here's my method of being safe whenever I'm cutting this little 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch rib caps. Always use these feathering boards so your fingers never get near the blades. And I'm going to stack it up 3 high, so 3/4 of an inch. This one here is clamped there, and it's close to the blade, so that up close to the blade, it's still getting some pressure pushed down on these, on the boards. And then these here short ones are tight, so I just kind of put them against the board, and then I swing this end in because they're a lot more flexible. So I give them a little more pressure. So down in here where the saw is, it's meeting the saw, you've got all that pressure, and you never get your fingers near the saw. Of course, for the last one, because my stack isn't higher than this, I could put another one on top of this and then use this up higher like this, but it'd be uneven and I'd still have one row, one stack that's going to be short, and I'd have to adjust it. So instead of doing that, I'll just use my finger here and lift up on the back side and slide it through. And then once I get near the back, I'll just go ahead and reach from the back side and pull it through. This is the most difficult process to be real safe with. Let's see if we can get a better look at it. Right about here is the center of the blade, and you can see where I've hit this and knocked that feather out. But you have one piece with pushing it against that solid, and this over top the middle of the blade because you're cutting a slot in it. And so that's up 1/8 of an inch. The blade is up 1/8 of an inch, and it's being held tight against the fence here, and then tight down on the table by this feathering board. And you push it through, and then reach from the back side and pull it on through out the back. And you just keep feeding it through with the next one. The first thing you do is you look at the grain. You want to go with the grain. You want the slot to go with the grain. So see if we can see the grain. They're so small. Okay, this one's kind of 45. Well, it's mostly this direction. So I'm going to put it in there like that. And let's see. The reason these are all so short is because I only need enough rib caps to make 9 false ribs. After nearly a month of not being able to fly, we had 23-mile-an-hour winds today, or this morning, but pretty steady. In fact, it was so steady I wasn't paying attention, and by the time I turned around to come back, I realized I might not have enough fuel. But I just read about in Stick and Rudder about best pitching for best fuel burn, and it's hard to do when you're already going against the wind, and now you've got to slow down and pitch up. So I did it, and my fuel stick was right down at the cap just before I got back. But really nice flight. But 20 knots over the ground is pretty nerve-wracking. Well, I definitely need to flatten this a little bit. That should be good. Winter flying, that needs flattened out a bit. Meadville Airstrip has this little grass patch they want to make into a landing strip, but it's not ready yet. Oops, maybe it is. Also, my first time getting caught in the rain. Wasn't too bad, no issues, couldn't see forward, but S-turns, clearing turns, made it effective. Got to fly for about an hour and a half after the Thanksgiving dinner in Meadville, and then Chuck, my buddy, who drove to Meadville because he flies a PPG, he got to go up for the last half hour, and here's his landing right after me. Here's a C-17 out of Pittsburgh's path, and I was directly under them, about 100 feet below them. Luckily, Gaggle warned me, but it seemed like every time I turned, they were heading right for me. I turned and dove away from them, perpendicular to our path, and I turned back to see which way they were heading. They turned directly back right at me. 3 times I turned away from them. 3 times they turned back right towards me. I got the heck out of Dodge. This is my path here. Finally, I'm like, I gotta go. Gaggle said they were only 100 feet above me. Their wingtip vortice would have just tore me up. She's all covered with mud, but, oh, hey, it's snowing now. But that's what you got to put up with if you want to fly this time of year.
I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna turn around. Oh yeah. Yeah, oh, look at that. Oh yeah, sweet, man. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, he can fly. I'll give him that. Oh, yeah, he's working that tail. Keeping that tail.